Hi everybody, I want to show you what we've recently done here with the course to save you a whole lot of time. Now throughout the course we have uploaded 9 FAQ sections and these are relevant to the particular part of the course that you are on. So for example, this first one is FAQs about registering as a seller, and this is basically the questions that come up over and over again. We've had literally thousands of questions in this course and many of them are repeat questions. So it's very similar questions over and over again. So that means that 90% of the time your questions, whatever question you have, is going to be already answered. And you can download the FAQs directly from the lectures. And as I say, there are 9 of them throughout the course. So you can download them individually, or you can go to course content on the dashboard here, and if you scroll right down to the bottom to resources, and right at the beginning of resources you have the opportunity to download all of the FAQs, so all of the 9 FAQ documents in a zip file. So if you want to do it that way, just go to course content, scroll right down to resources, open the lecture, all the FAQs, zip file, and download the zip file. And if you don't have a zip program on your device, here's one I recommend here, JZip. Here's the link to it. It's completely free, it does the job, and it's the one I use myself. Alright, so these FAQs are going to answer 90% of your questions. That's going to save you a lot of time. However, if you do have a question that is not answered on the FAQs, you can ask it on the relevant lecture. So for example, if you have a question about choosing a product to sell, this lecture here is choosing a product to sell part 1. So if you get to the end of the lecture and you have a question that's not answered in the FAQs, you can ask a question down here, click on Browse Q&A, and you can also see here a bunch of questions that have been asked on this particular lecture. So if you have looked at the FAQs for choosing a product to sell, you haven't got an answer to your question there, you haven't got an answer to your question here, click the red Ask a New Question, and one of us will answer your question as soon as possible. Now, a couple of more things to point out here. If your issue is technical, so if you've got a problem playing the videos or something along those lines, or downloading any of the resources, you need to click here for the support team, because that's not something that we can help you with at our end. And the last thing about asking questions is that please keep your questions directly related to the course content, because we are not able to answer questions that are out with the scope of the course and not directly related to what is taught here in this course. Now finally, one more thing that I think stumps a lot of new students is the playback quality of the video. Now what you can do is you can change the quality right here. Now by default you may be set to auto, and what auto means is it basically means that the playback speed, the streaming speed, will adjust to your internet speed. But the downside of that is that if your internet speed is fluctuating, your video can go in and out of focus. So if that's happening to you, to fix that, don't use auto, instead click on 720 and that'll keep it steady at 720. Alright, hope that helps, and I shall see you very soon in the next lesson.